Woo! What's going on, guys? Arms Forum. I coming at you with another video, and let's talk about some NFL news. Detroit Lions, nope. Green Bay Packers just acquired MICAH Parsons. And I haven't done a video in a while. I was doing pretty decent with the training camp. Ended up going away. That's why I missed the last half of that training camp. I think I missed the last 3, 4, 5 days, whatever it was. And I was gone. And I came back, and I haven't done any videos of just, I got to get the juice flowing again. And this is probably going to kickstart it. Okay, MICAH Parsons is now a Green Bay Packer. You guys know all about the feud going on between him and the Dallas Cowboys. He wanted to get paid, obviously, as one of the highest defensive players in the NFL. That's what he got from the Green Bay Packers. I'm obviously doing this video because I'm a huge MICAH Parsons fan. If you guys know too, if you don't, I'll tell you. I wanted MICAH Parsons back when we drafted Sewell. Parsons was my number one guy. Sewell was like my third guy, I think, on that list. Second or third, I can't really remember. But I was in love with MICAH Parsons. I really wanted him to be a Detroit Lion when he was coming out of Penn State and dominated college ranks. And he's dominated the NFL pretty much. He's had some injuries, but he's pretty consistent with, he had a insane rookie season with the Dallas Cowboys. And he hasn't really fallen off, but he's been consistent. Injuries, like I said, and he's a guy that can do so much as a defensive player. A lot of people will tell you that he's just a one-trick pony, that he's just gonna get to the quarterback, and that's his main job, and it probably is. He's kind of like a slash linebacker slash edge type player. They say run on him, that's the way you beat him, and I can somewhat agree to that. But he has improved his run defense, I think, over the last year or so. He was at, and PFF isn't gospel, but he was at a 65.5 grade last year and averages 60 for PFF. So, and his pass rush is top notch. It was like 91.5, whatever it was. But he's got injuries. He's got some stuff going on right now. I don't know the details of this. I didn't make any. I have no notes for this, but I just wanted to make this video quick just to tell people that I'm still around and obviously talk about this because Parsons is a Packer. Now he's a Green Bay Packer. He's going to a really good defense still. Okay, the Packers gave up 2 first-round picks. I think future first-round picks, 2 of them, and Kenny Clark, defensive tackle, Pro Bowl defensive tackle Kenny Clark, who's about 31 years old, I believe. But it's a really good defense still. They have a good defensive line. They have a really good defensive line. Linebackers are I think one of the best in the league. They have a great linebacking core, and adding Parsons to that line or that linebacking room is something special. Corners are not very good in Green Bay, but they have 2 really good safeties, one being McKinney and the other being Evan Williams. McKinney's an all-pro, but their defense overall is very good. It's a top 10 defense. And this team, and this acquiring MICAH Parsons makes them even better. Now, how I feel about the trade. I don't like it, obviously, being a Lions fan. You go out there now, you look at the Vegas odds. They got Green Bay being the best team in the North, high favorites to win the Super Bowl. Better odds than us now for achieving that goal. Vegas isn't always right, but people say Vegas is never wrong. It's not true, but they are usually right. They're usually right. Now, do I think we still have an absolute shot? 100%. 100%. I still think we're the better football team. I think overall our team is better. But this makes the Packers insanely good. If you had the Packers at, say, 8-9 wins this year, which I had them at about 8 or 9, maybe 10, add 1 or 2, possibly 3 more wins to that. And it's not just because of Parsons alone. It's just one guy is not always going to make your team so much better. It's not. But he can make individuals better. And he's going to make jobs a little bit easier In my opinion. So I didn't like this trade. I think they gave him, what was it? They extended him 4 years. I think it was $188 million. Averages out to about $47 million, I think, roughly around $47 million, I believe, per year. This market has been going up. It went up in the last 5 months from like 35 million to now 47. And then you got Lions fans out there. I'm kind of all over the place. You got Lions fans out there that are kind of like, and to me, they're homers. These are homer takes from some of these guys, going out there and saying, well, the Packers are screwed. They got all this money, and all these players, McKinney, they got money, Jordan Love. They're going to lose guys. They got 2 first-round picks gone. How are they going to pay guys? These are the same fans. These are the same fans that think we're paying everybody. Now, we have a lot of contracts coming up. We have a lot of contracts coming. How much do you think Hutch is going to get paid now? Hutch is smiling from ear to ear. The dialogues continued with Brad Holmes and Aiden Hutchinson. Apparently, nothing's changed. He said they're still trying to keep in contact with his people. One week you hear that Brad Holmes is trying to talk to them, then you hear that the Hutch's camp is kind of quiet on the subject. Meaning, what I think, and it's not in a bad way, I think Hutch is banking on himself now. He's going to bank on himself. And I think he's the type of guy that probably wants to go out there and earn that money. But he's looking at Parsons' money now. So everybody that thinks that he's going to come in here and be like, he's the good old boy, he's the good old Christian kid from Michigan, he God first, family next, which is fantastic. You do that, but and money's just on the back burner. Now he comes from money. He does. His old man played in the NFL. His old man's a doctor. They have money. So a lot of these guys do. But he's making, like, I think in his rookie deal, $17 million. I don't even know if he's even making that. Okay, I think it's like $17 million, maybe. I don't even know. I just made that number up. But he's in his 4th year, and next year he'll be making like $20-something million if they don't extend him. Okay, if they don't extend him now, because his new money that won't kick in until 2027, because he's still playing on his rookie and his 5th-year option that they picked up back in, I think it was March they picked it up. So how much do you think Hutch is going to cost? He's going to cost this franchise the same or more. You could be looking at a guy that's going to get $50 million plus. It's a possibility. And then like I said, you got these Lions fans going after the Packers, saying that they screwed themselves for the future. Well, what about us? You guys know who we got to pay next, right? J-Mo's out there still. I actually think J-Mo and Hutch are getting extended, hopefully sooner than later. But then you got Brian Branch. If I'm talking about first rounders, you got Jack Campbell. If they bring him back, I love the Jack Campbell pick, but I still need to see more. But that's a whole other video. Then you got Brian Branch, then you got Laporta, and then you got Gibbs. You got 4 guys. Campbell, Laporta, Branch, Gibbs. 4 guys that are going to acquire massive bank. Massive. Who are we losing? Because I've been the type of fan or the type of guy that actually thinks that, maybe there is a possibility that we can pay all these guys. I have said that. But like I said, the salary for defensive ends, I'm not even lying. Got this from Detroit Lions podcast, Joe Chapp, good guy, great podcaster. He put something out. Saying that it's gone up from 35 million to like 47 and change or whatever it is in the past 5-6 months. That's maddening. Now, I never thought Parsons was going to get traded out of Dallas, by the way. I never did. All that fluff that all these guys put out there, I want to change the scenery, my legacy, blah, blah, blah. I want to win. And then they all sign back with their team. Parsons going to Green Bay is a little bit shocking to me. I know there was some bad blood, and Jerry Jones is a senile old man. I think he dropped the ball on this one. I really do. Parsons I think is a special type of player that just makes your team better. And I know people would say, well, why didn't the Cowboys win? Don't ask. I don't know, but they just didn't. You know what I mean? But this is the type of guy. This is the type of move. And I don't think it's an all-in move. And I don't think it's an all-in move by Gutekunst, the GM, if that's always pronounce his name, by the Packers, because it's still a really young football team. I think their average age is like 25, 26 years old, maybe a little bit younger, maybe a little younger. I don't know. And Parson is only 26, so they're still super young. Yeah, you don't have the 2 first-round picks. Yeah, you're putting all kinds of money on your cap. You guys know how I feel about the cap as well too, but some GMs don't. Some GMs don't give a shit about the cap. And I don't really know how Gutekunst is with the cap, because I don't pay that much attention to anybody else. But I really have to pay attention to this move, because he's one of my favorite players. I wanted him bad. And I just want to see what the future holds now. People are like, they're screwed for the future. They won't be able to sign this guy, that guy. They won't be able to draft. Don't buy it. It's not an all-in move, but it's a Super Bowl, not winning move, because you can't guarantee it, but it's a Super Bowl making move. And I'm not saying Gutekunst is a better GM than Brad Holmes, but we can't even get Zadarius Smith in the goddamn building. We can't even get Zadarius Smith here. We have 3 or 4 defensive ends on our roster right now. So this video is all over the place, but it's just showing a little frustration. And I'm not bashing Holmes, but do something, man. Do something. Come on, you're a great GM. You're a great GM, but I think you hold on a little bit too much to that money thing. But, they're not making moves. There's all kinds of rumors that we're going to roll over the 2025 cap into 2026. It used to be back in the day where you could only roll like 5 to 15% of your cap. But I think that changed in 2015 or maybe even less, 2011 it might have. That you can roll all of it now. So whatever they have left in 2025 after the season starts and the season ends, that's what they're going to roll over. That's the rumor. So there's been talks about Zadarius Smith. I thought he would have been here a long time ago. He's not here. We're relying on guys like Davenport, relying on guys like Isaac Ukwu. I don't even know if Nate Lynn even signed back from the practice squad. Because Davenport, knock on wood, hope he doesn't go down. I don't trust it. I don't think anybody should. But now we got to worry about some monster named MICAH Parsons on the Green Bay Packers. It has me worried. Now I still think we're the best team in the North. I do, but this is a type of move that infuriates me. You know what I mean? Because he's a great player. And don't come at me that he's a cancer. He's a bad guy. The guy has not gotten in trouble in Dallas. People tried to slander him in Penn State when they're doing that rookie hazing and he punched out his teammate, got into a fight or whatever. That's why he kind of dropped in the draft. I think he went 10 overall to the Cowboys. He's a great player. He's not going to sit there and run with a bunch of tight ends all the time. He doesn't play the run at a high volume, but he can. I think he's gotten a little bit better over the last year or so. And he just makes that Packer team a lot more better. And that's a top 10 defense. You're going to put them higher now. You're going to put them higher. That's a problem. And Sewell's not going to be on him all day. So to the people that are going to say, well, Sewell will handle him, he's not lining up against Sewell all day. He's going to try to find mismatches. You know where he's going to find it? Right in the middle. Right in the middle. So hopefully Glasgow and Ratledge and Mahogany are ready. It's week 1. It's coming. MICAH Parsons is in the building. And he'll be there. He's got a week and a half or whatever it is till 2 weeks until football starts. But he'll be walking and ready to go. He's going to start. If everybody thinking that he's not going to play, unless he's hurt. Because he's got some ailment going on right now. I don't even know what it is. but I bet you that ailment heals up really quick. So we got all kinds of guys coming down the pipeline that are going to get paid. And Lions fans, who are you ready to lose after Hutchinson gets paid his money? Because someone's going, I think. I think now I see it more, because if Holmes is such a stickler for the cap, which is okay, some GMs aren't, man. Some GMs don't even believe in it. You can just tell by the way they structure their contracts. Some do. And I think Holmes is one of those guys that really does look at the contracts and look at the cap. He doesn't treat it like a damn video game. So someone's going. Someone's going to get traded eventually. And I'm not saying it's going to happen in 2025. I'm not even saying it's happening in 2026. But there's a possibility that you could see guys like a Jack Campbell, I don't want to say it, Brian Branch, J-Mo. I think J-Mo's going to get extended. A J-Mo, Laporta, God forbid, Jahmyr Gibbs, because a lot of GMs do not want, like, you see a lot of running backs get that second contract that kind of fall apart. And I'm not saying it's going to happen here. I'm just looking at the picture, just looking at the big picture, because we still have a great team. We have a phenomenal team. So don't take this as we're doomed. The sky is falling. I'm not making a video like this. It's not about that. But to the same people that are going after the Packers organization for having money all tied up in two defensive players, who are the defensive guys? Is it McKinney and him? McKinney and Parsons? Who's the other big defensive player that they got? I think it's McKinney. They got a linebacker around there too that's going to be making a lot of money too. Walker's he's a little bit of a head case, but he's gotten better over the years. I think it's McKinney and him. I'm not 100% sure. But then they got the Jordan Love deal, so they got a lot of money tied up. They have a lot of money tied up, just like we do. Goff is paid through the nose, and his contracts start coming in real soon. All the money that was backloaded. And then the guys like Kirby Joseph, guys like, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Sewell. We got big money contracts too. So who are you willing to lose? Who's it going to be? Who's getting traded? It's going to happen. So this is kind of a video that I'm just making, kind of throwing everything into it. Parsons getting traded to Green Bay. What are the Lions going to do when Hutch gets paid? Because Hutch, man, it's a premium position. Defensive end is a premium position, man, and guys get paid through the nose. And Hutch is going to be no different. So I don't want to hear the hometown discount bullshit, because I'm not buying it. I'm just not buying the hometown discount stuff. I'm just really not. He's going to get paid. And I'm not saying he's going to be a greedy guy and do what Parsons does, but this is going to be a guy that's going to get paid. And do you think it's going to affect the Lions? Like I told you, I repeat it again, I'm not a huge cap guy. I'm not a big cap guy, never have. I kind of think it's a little bit of a joke. It's there, yes, I understand, but it can be manipulated into so many things. I don't think Holmes likes to do a lot of manipulation with the money. I think he likes to keep it 100, he likes to keep it a buck, and he goes by the rules strictly on. I think he really does that. So it's going to be interesting when Hutchinson gets paid. It's going to be interesting when Hutchinson gets paid, but the Packers just got a lot better, guys. They just got a lot better. So threw a lot about into that, but the Packers got a lot better, especially on defense, obviously. So anybody that had the Packers going third or fourth in the division, I'd change that. I would change that. I think I had them going third. I think I had them fighting with the Vikings for fourth place. I'm not joking. I still don't think the Vikings are the real deal because of their quarterback situation. I love J.J. McCarthy, but I'm not sold on him yet. I could be totally wrong. They could win 13 games, but that's a whole other video. So that's it, guys. Parsons to Green Bay, richest contract in the NFL. At his position, anyways, maybe in the richest contract. Who knows? Quarterback money. So Man. What's your move, Brad? Next, what's your move? Get someone in the building that can rush the passer. And I'm not saying we need 2-star defensive ends, but get somebody. That's it. So I'm back, guys. I missed a lot of stuff. Apologize for that, but I am back. So let's get some videos going. When we finally get the 53-man roster, maybe worked out. Because I think we have 1 or 2 spots left open, if I'm not correct. I could be wrong on that, though, but maybe I'll do a roster video. And then we got week 1 creeping up on us, and we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about MICAH again. One of my favorite players, man. I loved him coming out of Penn State. This burns me. And I knew we were never going to get him. But it wasn't about that. I was even going on social media laughing that, he's going back to Dallas. This is just, man, a ploy. Michael Irvin, 2 hours, 3 hours ago, was this on ESPN promising MICAH Parsons is back. He's like, it's all a ploy. And I agreed. Everybody agreed. Because guys don't leave. Like, superstars don't usually leave teams very much. Very rare. Especially that position. We saw Myles Garrett go on Radio Row in the Super Bowl and guarantee everybody that he was never coming back to Cleveland. Signed the richest contract at the time. Trey Hendrickson, I'm out. Signed a 1-year deal. Guys like TJ Watt. Oh, I'd like to go play for Dan Campbell. Oh, get out of here, man. Pittsburgh paid him. Happened all the way down. It happens to all these defenses. It happens to all the stars. So I'm shocked that he's traded. I am shocked. Do I think that Jones got fleeced? Jerry Jones? I don't want to say he got fleeced. He got 2 first-round picks and a really good player in Kenny Clark, a Pro Bowler. You can't really ask for more. People are saying should have been 3 first rounds. I don't think any team's going to give up 3 first-round picks for anybody. He's a 26-year-old. It's not like Parsons is used up. Yeah, injuries have happened to him, but I don't know how much time he's actually missed as a player. Has he missed a lot of time? I think he's played pretty much. He hasn't missed too many games, has he? I should know that question. But like I said, I didn't do no notes for this one. I didn't do no notes, man. But he's a consistent player. I think he's very consistent. And the Packers got better. That's it, guys. This video is too long. So, okay, guys. So, don't forget to hit the subscribe button right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell up top. Don't forget to like, comment, share this. What do you guys feel? Packers got better. I still think we're the better football team. So don't take this as a woe is me or a sky is falling. But things got a little bit interesting in the NFC North, especially with the division, with the contracts coming up. Hutchinson is smiling ear to ear. So. Thanks, guys. Grit. Hunting season. Let's go.